What's up, everyone? It's J Nemesis here. So some of you probably noticed that I've been a bit more active on my YouTube recently because of the F1 2012 league that I have entered. And so since I've been more active and stuff, and you know I've got XSplit Premium now, I've decided that I'm going to try and start recording some Civ 5 gameplay. I might also try some Hon at some point, but for now it's just going to be some Civ 5, and I will continue posting my first-person views of all of my F1 2012 stuff on my channel as well. So Civ 5 is a game that I play an awful lot of. I really love this game. I used to play Civ 3, I skipped out on Civ 4, and I bought Civ 5 the day it came out, and you know I've been addicted ever since. So yeah, I'm gonna play some Let's Plays. I play mainly on Immortal at the moment. Sometimes I play Emperor. Immortal is very difficult. It's the second hardest difficulty. I've also played on Deity a few times. I have beaten Deity twice. Once with a cultural victory and once with a domination victory. So yeah, I'm going to try and look for a Civ to play here, and I'll be explaining a lot as I go along, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who play a lot of Civ. I'm part of the Reddit community and stuff, and I see a lot of people like to play all sorts of games. A lot of people like the world map. I'm not such a big fan of that. I find that it gets a bit boring, because you know where the resources are and you know where the strong parts of the map are, and you can try and head towards those quickly. But yeah, so let's find a Civ here so that I can start playing. I'm really looking for a desert starting area, if possible, because then I can grab desert folklore, and that is probably the strongest way of building a religion in the game, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to go with Haroon, Arabia. They're really strong late game because of their trade routes. They're really good at building wide empires, lots and lots of cities, as opposed to tall empires like India and a few others. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. Yeah, let's go into the advanced settings. Time is turned off because that's a boring way of winning. No one likes winning by score. Quick movement and quick combat are turned on because otherwise it takes a really long time. You know, when you get into the later stages of the game and there's planes and they just take forever to do their animations. So we're on a standard size map, 8 civilizations. You can see all of the settings here if you want to do the same. I'm playing on continents, 16 city-states. Standard pace. I prefer standard to quick because it just means that you have a bit more time where you're actually fighting with units before they become redundant, it seems. Because, you know, although quick changes how fast you get culture, how fast you get science, all these different things are affected by it and how much things cost, it doesn't affect how long it takes to move units. So that is still the same. So by the time you've moved your units from one end of the map to the other, then, you know, they've got new units, and that's the big problem I see with playing on quick. I don't mind it, you know, but I prefer standard, because it's not a big difference, but it's enough to make it feel a bit more balanced, I guess. So I'm going to start the game, and you can listen to this guy. Okay, so here we are. We are playing as Arabia. We have our special bonus ability thing. I can't remember what it's called now. I've forgotten the name for it. Where we get +1 gold for every trade route, and oil resources provide double quantity, which is quite useful late game. You can trade that for a lot of gold, or you can use it to build a crazy army. Camel archers, one of the strong units in the game. They're not the strongest. You do need horses, which is kind of a downside, but they are very strong. I think they replaced the knight. Yeah, it says they replaced the knight down here. You can see in the tooltip. The bazaar is a really strong building. I can't actually remember what it replaces. I think it replaces the market. I'm pretty sure it replaces the market, and it gives you a lot of extra stuff. Yeah, Oasis. I was going to say, I'm sure it did Oasis as well. I was just reading the description. Yeah, it gives you a lot of stuff. I mean, basically, it's incredibly strong because it will double any luxury resources you have in that city. So if you have got, well, not double, it will give you an extra one. So if you've only got one resource in your empire and you need that to keep happy, then you get another one which for free, which you can then trade away to other civs and get loads of money for it. It also gives you +2 bonus gold from oil and oasis tiles as well, which is really good because normally these guys spawn in desert and you have lots of desert and oasis, and it really, it's useful stuff. It really helps your gold. This civ is really based around getting a lot of gold, so that's good. Looking at our start area, things don't look great, do they? We've got tundra down here. Tundra is one of the worst places to spawn, really, unless you start in snow. And what you always want to do is you always want to move your warrior first, so that you can see a bit more land before you settle, because you want to know if you can fit things slightly better. So up here we've got some desert, but is this a lake? Yeah, this is a lake tile. So is this the ocean? Yeah, that's coast. So that's going to be the ocean up here. It's tempting to take an extra turn and go over here and see what's over here, because I really don't want to start down with this tundra, and I would like to use desert folklore, but that's several turns away. I don't really have that much time to waste, so I'm probably going to move up one tile and we will settle here, I think, and we're going to just blindly hope that there's some good things over here. But it does mean that these sheep will eventually be in range of this city, because cities have 3 range of workable tiles. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. You can see that will be workable eventually. So we're going to found our city, and we can see there's not much more. It's not the best starting area I've seen. So since we're on continents, I'm probably gonna build a scout first in this game, I think. Try and snap up some of those early ruins. I go into citizen management up here and do production focus. There is a production focus trick that you can do in this game. So I'm locking down my worker onto this tile, but basically every time a new worker is born, it will automatically go to the highest production tile available, which is this one. So it will give me 2 hammers as soon as it's born, and then I can just move it onto another tile. And it's a little trick in the game that a lot of the more hardcore players use, I guess, to get extra production bonuses. Basically, it doesn't give you much. It gives you 2 hammers whenever a new citizen is born at the moment in my city. But that's really useful on difficulties like Immortal. You really need that kind of little boost. So I've got gold near me, silver even, and I've got this stone, so I think going for mining, and I've got a lot of forest as well, so going for mining is clearly the best route for me to go. I'd like to find out where horses are as well afterwards. Actually, I might do that first, because I'm not going to have a worker out for some time anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go for that first, and we'll see if we can find out where the horses are to help us figure out where we are going to expand to in this game. And my computer seems really slow today. That's quite a long time. Oh, we've got salt up here. So moving up really was worthwhile, because now that tile is eventually going to be in range. Salt is one of the best resources in the game. They're one of the best luxuries, because it gives you food and production and gold. I think actually it's one of the only resources that gives you that much food. I can't remember what you get when you improve it. I think it gives you +1 food and +1 hammer. I'm not sure. Okay, we found our first ruin. This is good. And there does appear to be a lot more desert around me, so hopefully I can take advantage of that and find some oasis, some oil. Although I am getting worried now, because this looks like a very small island. We've got a city-state over here, who I will go and say hello to. There might be some way out behind them, but it looks like the island just curves around. So we'll see what happens. We've got another turn until our scout comes out. This is quite a nice place to expand up here, actually, because you can get the deer. If you expand where my warrior is, you can get the deer and all of these fish tiles. It'd be really cool if you could build the Colossus in that city, but on Immortal I don't see that happening. So this guy's going to have to expand over in this direction, I think. Let's go along this way, and then my warrior can come scoop around the bottom. I go for my monument next. 30 gold for meeting Genoa. They're hostile, which isn't good. Hostile is the worst type of city-state to have near you, really, because even if you do something that they like, then they're not going to like you for very long, because it degrades at double the rate, which really sucks. And they give you happiness as well. They are mercantile, or whatever it's called. What is it? I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Okay, got some barbarians over here, and a ruin, and a mountain. And mountains are good. A lot of people don't really realise it, but building next to mountains increases your defence a lot, and it means that you can build some wonders that require mountains to be nearby, and the observatory as well, which is great for science, plus 50% extra science from observatories. Just going to double check that that is the end of the island. Yep, it is. My fears are confirmed. 75 gold from that ruin. It's not the best ruin ever, but we will make do. Marble and cows. So already I've seen, you know, 2 really good places to expand. Just here would be a really nice place to expand, and up here as well. There's probably, I mean, expanding down into this tundra won't be great, but as you can see, our new citizen was born, so we have to manually move him, otherwise our city will not grow. At the moment the best tile available is this, but in 7 turns we'll have that, and we'll move him over there probably. So I'm going to lock him down onto that tile. I haven't really got much food, unfortunately, in this city, so it's going to grow quite slowly, I think. Hopefully we can grab this ruin. You never know who's in the fog. Okay, so animal husbandry has finished, and we have 2 horses right here, so that's really good. That's great news. We can improve that. And we've got 2 down here as well. Wow, we have got a lot of horses. Okay, this is brilliant, because we can improve these tiles and get extra production from them. It will definitely be worth getting a stable in Mecca now, because it's going to have 3 tiles eventually. So let's choose our research. We do need to head for this at some point, because we have got that stone for the stoneworks, and we do need to use that incense as well. But for now I'm going to grab mining. And hopefully this ruin. Ah, this is interesting. Oh, we got a free archer as well. So when your scout goes on a tile, it'll upgrade to an archer. When a warrior goes on it, it'll upgrade to a spearman. Getting the archer is much, much, much better. Archers are so good at defending in this game. They're really, really strong in the early game. Archers is more or less all I build unless I'm being aggressive, because you can hit and run and, you know, position yourself across rivers and, you know, use the land to your advantage a lot with archers. And the cool thing is that they keep their movement as well, so they can still move over rough terrain without taking any negative repercussions for that, I guess you could say. So I'm going to check up here, because this looks like a really amazing place to expand. I would have loved to have spawned up here. Oh my god, could you imagine if I spawned right here? This would be perfect. I'd have so much expansion, or maybe here. No, probably here, because then I got the mountain within 2 tiles, which is cool. And I'm on the coast as well. So I'm probably going to rush a settler over there first, because I know that these other places are going to be quite easy to secure, because we still haven't met any other civs. Okay, so that ends up here. Oh, we've got crabs up here. Okay, so we're going to have a city here, and I think a city here. I'm going to try and rush to get a city here as soon as possible. And maybe even try and go for the Petra in it. I think I'm going to build a settler after this monument. Shall I check up there, or shall I? No, I think I need to go down here and keep exploring first. So there, I mean, this is really, despite the fact we didn't start in desert, this is quite a nice starting area. We still haven't met any other civs though. The island's looking like it's big enough for at least 2 civs. So I guess we should be meeting someone soon. Okay, so you never want to use just one turn to go up a hill like this, okay? You always want to use up both of your moves where possible. So I'm going to go down here, I see that there's some barbarians down there, and then I get the ruin. And 20 culture, which is nice. So now I can grab my first social policy. Since we're going wide, I'm going to go for... Should I go straight for liberty, or should I start with tradition for that 3 culture from the capital? That would be quite nice. But I think I'm going to go for this, because it will take a while for that 3 culture to pay for itself, so... Okay, so... I could either build my worker now or my settler. I think because of how good that position is, I'm going to have to build my settler now. Go into here, and I'm going to try and lower the number of turns this is going to take. So if we move this from over here to over here, then as you can see that's gone down to 13 turns. There's really not much else I can do. I can try moving him over here, but no, that keeps it the same, so I may as well just leave him on there. And yeah, so 13 turns I've got to wait, and it's going to take me probably about 7 turns to get over there, so 20 turns. I've got some spices down here, and sheep. And I'm going to ignore him for now. Okay, so there's more barbarians over here, so I'm definitely going to have to be very careful when I escort this settler, because I'm going to be walking straight past his camp. And there might even be another camp down here. There's a city-state down here. Let's see what I can see over here. Okay, so then I should be relatively safe. Let's go up here. Okay, so this is another nice... I almost wish I was here alone, but I'm not. We've met Russia. Catherine. So let's go and see what they've got going on. Okay, so they've got writing, because we can give an embassy. They don't have any luxuries yet, and they're on 6 gold per turn. Their gold is about the same as ours, though, so that's not too bad. We'll just leave them alone for now, and when I've got writing we will exchange embassies, because I'm not too desperate for the gold, so... I'm going to start bringing this warrior back to fend off some of these barbs. I don't want them slowing down my settler production if I can help it. God, this is a really, really nice island. I mean, there's so many places you could expand. I mean, look, there's another place down here. You could just take that city-state and you'd have another place down here. You could probably put a city down here as well, possibly, but I don't think I would, because Tundra's rubbish, and you can get the marble from the place up here, so... Okay, she wants an embassy, and I'm going to say no, because I want her embassy as well. I could potentially buy it off her later anyway, but I'd rather just wait. I don't really want her to know where I am yet. Nine turns left. Now, Catherine is a very wide player. She will settle everywhere that she can find. As we found the Grand Mesa. I'm not sure where that wonder is. I guess it's in Australia, but I'm not sure. Okay, so what are we going to go for? It would be very nice to go straight for currency so that we can get our Bazaar and the Petra in that second city that we're going to be founding. It could be worthwhile going for the pyramids first and trying to build that, but I think probably an AI is going to snap that up soon. So I think we're going to just skip out on that and head straight for currency, I think. Or we could go for calendar first and then writing. There's a lot of choices to make. It's quite a hard decision, but I think I'm going to go straight for this. I go for archers first, just in case I need to build anything to defend, which is unlikely since I have my warrior and my archer over here, who I will have to bring back at some point. It's a very, very long, thin island that we've got here. Okay, so I'm going to grab the free worker. This is going to be very important for us. Where can I put him where he won't get attacked? I could put him here potentially, and he can start chopping. Or I can put him down here. Yeah, let's put him down here, and I will start constructing a farm there. Okay. Things are looking okay so far. We're yet to see exactly where Russia is, how close they are. Hopefully the island is a lot longer and they're even further away. Okay, I'm just going to fortify him for now, because I don't want to lose him. I don't want to risk losing him, and if another barbarian appeared right now out of the fog, then that could happen, so keep tearing away at this guy. And this worker's very scared, so he's asking me what to do. I think when we get to turn 30, I will end this part of the video, as we've found Russia's borders. So probably there's going to be no ruins around there, so I'm going to just keep exploring down in this direction. My chances of finding any ruins in this game now are going away quite quickly. Okay, this guy's moved over here. Okay. This is a very long distance between us, so I should be able to expand up here quite safely. I would imagine that he will expand down to here at some point though, certainly in this area. I mean, this is really an incredibly rich area to expand into. This barbarian's going to continue to dance for a bit. I may as well finish this farm, and I will move someone onto it after this settler is finished building, and really try and focus on food for a little while. Okay, we found another ruin over here. That's really lucky that they haven't found that yet. I do need to be careful with this warrior. I think I'm going to bring my settler down this way just because it's a lot easier than trying to go that close to the barbarian encampment. Finish my farm, which is good news for everyone. Lots of food. Looks very nice. Good job, workers. So yeah, if anyone's watching this, let me know what you think. I've never really done anything like this before, so I guess it's probably not brilliant, but if I'm talking too much, if I'm explaining too fast, or if you just find me intolerable, then let me know. I will read all of the comments because I'm sure there won't be very many. I know there's a lot of other people that stream Civ onto YouTube. Well, they don't stream it, but you know. So obviously I'm competing against them, I guess you could say. But I mean, I guess it depends what kind of styles you play, what kind of level you play at as well. I know there's a lot of players that play, you know, Prince, King, Emperor sort of area. But I am slightly ahead of that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not going to win this game because Immortal is very difficult. I win like 30% of Immortal games, so I have my archers. I'm gonna keep going for the Petra. Chopping down this forest. That'll end one turn after this is born, I think, or it might end on the same turn, so I'll have a lot of spare production to throw into something, hopefully. Did I grab that ruin? I don't even remember. Yeah, I must have. What did it give? I don't even remember seeing what it gave. Oh well, let's go up here. He's got some really nice experience. This is really one of the best islands. It's just rich with resources. So far I'm not very far behind Catherine on score, which leads me to believe that probably she's building up a big army. If we have a look at the demographics, literacy is lying right now because not everyone has got writing, so just don't even listen to that at all. Land, I'm 4th, which means not very many people have expanded yet. Soldiers, I'm last. This is kind of expected. First is not Russia, we know that much. 27,000, so that's not that much more, that's like 2 extra units, or maybe 3. Yeah, I mean things aren't going great, but it's Immortal, so you're always going to start with a big disadvantage. The AI starts with a lot of advantages, anything after Emperor. On Deity they actually start with an extra settler, which is really crazy. Okay, so here is my settler. Move him. Move this guy up here. I just want to try and check around the top of Russia, just in case there's a city-state there that I won't be able to get access to meet later on. Now, I'm going to build another worker immediately, and once this guy has finished, I'm going to send him straight up here to start working on the tiles over there. That is if I don't lose him to the barbarian horde. I'm stockpiling my gold because I want to try and buy a bazaar or a granary. A granary would be really good up here. Which tile should I expand to? I think this one, because it means that I start right adjacent to this. If I spawn here, then I would have to buy that tile if I wanted to grow quickly, which I really need to do. So I'll have this, and then this, and then this, which will be improved to a farm by that point. And then the silver as well for production. And then I can start trying to build the Petra. It's going to be very difficult though. If any of these other civs started on desert, then I have zero chance of getting it. But okay, so he's just marching those warriors back there, so that's those workers back there, so that's fine. We can let him do that. Okay, and there's a barbarian standing in our way, so that's going to slow us down a little bit. And look, there's a little gap where I can get around this. It's a bit risky. It looks like he might have expanded here, actually. Yeah, he has. His score's gone up. He's got a new city right here. I think. Either that or his borders have just grown in a very strange way. If I walk down here, we'll see, for sure. Yep. Oh, no, that's his capital. Okay. So he's expanded up in this direction, then. I'll just try and get past him. I bet he's going to block us and go straight here, though. Which would be a bit of a dick move, to say the least. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Luckily I managed to get past there without any incidents. I'm just going to go onto this hill and then I'm going to turn around and try and get out because I don't want to get trapped up here, and that could well happen. But this is a hill, so I should be able to see a slightly bigger area around just in case there's a city-state up here. I think there probably is, but I'm not sure if it's worth getting my archer trapped up there because I really do need him. Okay, so there's probably not actually anything up here. There could be one over here, but if so, then I will eventually find that by sea, so that's not too bad. I need to try and get this archer out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so 2 turns to get out before Moscow expands onto those horses, which I'm sure is what it's going for. Okay, so I'm gonna start moving my workers down to come round. I've got to be careful because I'm going to move the settler first, and if there's nothing here, then I'm just going to go for it with my settler. I'm going to turn around with this guy and start heading back to protect my workers as they head over. So I'm going to attack him. And please escape, please escape. Moscow, wait at least one more turn, please. I beg of you. Please don't track them here. I still haven't even met this city-state down here, which is probably... I think Bucharest has got the fluorescent green border. I could go up this way, actually, you know. Would that be... how much faster would that be? 3 turns to get there, 3 turns to get here. Okay, so I'm just going to go this way anyway. Luckily Moscow was kind to me today. I'm going to fortify because they might try and attack me that turn, since there's two of them. I think I need this really, because that's going to really aid me once this new city goes up in a couple of turns. Okay, they did attack me. Going to build another archer, just because I do not want to tempt Catherine into going to war with me. And by having a low army, that is exactly what I would be doing. Okay, so it looks like he's fighting the barbarians down here, so I'm just going to head straight back up here and wait a turn, see where everyone goes. I need to be careful about this barbarian here. Okay, I'm going to wait at least one more turn, I think. I'll leave him there for now. Actually, I may as well chop down this forest, I think. Is that tundra tile? No, grassland. Okay. Okay, he's moved over here, so I can at least head in that direction. I'm going to do the production trick here as well. So we'll get 2 production, 2 gold. I think. I'm not sure if it works with the gold actually, but yeah. Okay, so these guys seem to want to say hello to me, but I'm just going to wander over here and hope that he doesn't attack me. Okay, what do I really need around here? Monument isn't going to help me too much, but there's nothing else I can build at the moment that will help me, so I'm just going to go for that, and hopefully it will help me expand over here a bit faster. I'll leave this guy fortified for now, I think. Hopefully this guy moves up. If he does, then I'll move this worker, but for now I'll leave him there for one more turn. Another pantheon has been founded. I think that's 2 so far. I didn't actually check what they were, so I'm going to check the religion thing now. And we've actually gone past where I said that I would stop the video, so I'm going to check this, and then I will end this video for part 1. So, culture from pastors. Okay, so these are things that I don't really care about being taken. I mean, this is really strong, potentially. It would have been a decent alternative for me, because over here I've got, you know, I've got 3 fish up here, 1 here, and these 2 tiles here as well that I would have been utilising. But I'm not too fussed, so I'm just going to end the video here, and I will see you in part 2, hopefully.